work can be hard. Well, pregnancy can be hard as well. Putting the two together can be really difficult. How about this story? A project manager was on the construction site, the actual construction site, until well over 7 months pregnant, and actually continued to work, I guess, until at least 8.5 months pregnant. The picture is adorable.
Yeah, the building two things at once
adorable.
is what she says on her belly, which I think is adorable. I'm building two things at once.
So we love that, but I want to ask, in your professional opinion, Dr. Nita, you know, when is it too much? Because you obviously are. You're caring for yourself and your baby, and thinking of someone working hard labor until really late in pregnancy. It's
and Nita, it's an important question because more women work.
Yes.
More women want to work as far as they can for a number of reasons. They like work or the pressure. They don't want to be away from work. So,
or they need the money. I mean,
Yes.
that's the bottom line, is that we have to work.
Those
to
are all
support
reasons
our
why.
families and ourselves.
Yeah, absolutely. And typically speaking, a woman is able to work throughout her pregnancy if she doesn't have a very demanding job, if there aren't a lot of hazards associated with the job. So typically, if the hazards a woman will encounter at work are the same as the hazards encountered during daily life, she can work until she goes into labor. However, when we move into situations where people are in the midst of certain chemicals, or if they're working really hard, like construction,
this is a hard hat zone.
Yes, then that's where it becomes more concerning, because as a woman gets more pregnant, then her center of gravity is off. Also, because of hormonal changes, her joints become more lax, and so those joints aren't as stable and she's more prone to injury. Also, you have heavy equipment and you're lifting stuff and you could trip. It's not an ideal environment during pregnancy. So, you know, it's not one size fits all. I think it's about patients and physicians having a conversation, physicians saying, look, this is what I think in your particular case, these are the potential risks, and then the patient has to do what's right for them. And once again, this is really about an uncomplicated pregnancy. When you start talking about twin pregnancies or high blood pressure in pregnancy and things like that, you have to make modifications. Or if you're talking about a diabetic, you want to make sure she has a work note so that she can take breaks, so she can have her snacks, so she can check her sugar. So just making sure mom and baby will ultimately be okay. But it goes back to what you two mentioned. The question is, why is she working? Is she working because she wants to, even though she understands the risk? Or is she working because she has to, because of the financial ramifications of not working and not being guaranteed maternity pay?
Well, good point.
I think in this country, it's a separate topic, but women don't get enough paid family leave. Men don't get enough paid family leave. So it's an economic reality that you will often end up working more than you want. And you may love your job, and that's great. But I think, like you said, it's a very individualized decision in the context of your own health, how healthy and fit you were before you got pregnant, how much it's impacting your balance and your coordination, because I think many of us feel a lot clumsier when we're pregnant. I mean, I personally, thankfully, was able to modify I was operating up until literally the day before I delivered my first kid. But I made
Wonder Woman.
But no, I'm not trying to say I was so great. I'm trying to say I did it sitting down. I modified my schedule. I made sure I was able to do it, but that was very specific to me. And I've had numerous female associates over years now who have had to adjust their schedule accordingly, because no two pregnancies are alike, and everybody feels differently. And I think we say it so often on the show: listen to your body, know how you're feeling. If it's overwhelming you, if you're feeling sick or lousy or just fatigued, then you have to adjust accordingly. But I do think from a policy level, things have to change in this country financially, because we're not
so far behind so many Western European countries. And I operated the day my son was born too, but I wasn't pregnant.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, what we're saying is we want to make sure this lady is working because she wants to, not because she needs to.
100%.
Financially.
And the beauty would be if more and more companies accommodate as a woman becomes pregnant, maybe further along in the pregnancy, and they want to keep working, figuring out ways that are safe for them and the baby to continue working as long as it's safe for everyone involved. But as you said, that's a societal issue we got to all come together on.
Yeah, and your OB-GYN will support you and give you documentation to say you need breaks, or you need a special pad, you need to sit down every now and then. So just tell them what you need and we will help you be more comfortable.
I was wondering in the picture though where the little hard hat was for the baby.
I know, right?
Right? Construct a little hard hat for the little kiddo.
Yeah, 'cause the last thing you want to do is bump it.